Hello all, and welcome back to First Impressions. And I'm just gonna say it right now. I might throw up something over here. This is a spoiler-filled vlog/review. So let's get to the. Hold on. Here's a spoiler for part. I loved it. People are probably gonna talk shit about it. I don't care. Okay, now we're to the spoilers. Well, we will be as soon as I get this freaking lid on. I just came back from the theater. I ran out of drink about 2/3 way through. I did not run out of popcorn. I still have popcorn. Sweet life nectar. Right, so my notes are a little messed up. This is the first time I've taken the notebook into the theater. And, mixed results. Because I can barely see, and I'll be honest, I don't even have the most legible writing when I can actually see myself writing it. So honestly, I'm surprised it turned out as well. Unfortunately, I got it turned upside down a few times, got mixed up in pages. Okay, let's look at the bottom of this one, for instance. It would normally already be difficult, but then I scrawled in something over. I figured out what I scrawled on, but still. Like, the start of it was a character list, you know, so I could remember all the people I know, except Poe. I have it somewhere over. It was literally right near the end of the movie when someone said his name. I finally fucking heard it, and yeah. Right. Okay. So first of all, I had no way I was even in this movie. I honestly thought she had died before enough filming could take place. Her actress had died before enough filming could take place. I was wrong. I stayed away from everything to do with this movie until... So, okay. First of all, I'm upside down. Okay. I figure out the basics. So, the start of the movie begins with the First Order. No, I don't think I wrote Empire opening. The reason I wrote that is because a lot of people wrote, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna lead to people bitching about how this is another repeat of Empire. So, really, it's sort of a mix between Empire, and if you're going to say that, it would be more like a mix between Empire and Return of the Jedi. I had actually forgotten about General Hux completely. I hadn't forgotten him. I thought he was dead in the last movie, so I didn't bother writing his name in the character list. I'd actually forgotten about that. So, the opening of the movie. I was surprised to find him around. I was really happy when I saw the villains doing orbital bombardment. That's a nerd thing, if you're not aware, at least with the people I hang out with, because you have spaceships. Why aren't you shooting them from orbit is generally a complaint I hear a lot when it comes to sci-fi. It's a valid one. Because orbit is the ultimate high ground. It's good to see them actually doing stuff like that. I mean, technically they did with a Death Star, but Death Star is nuking the planet. Jump ahead a little. I love the miniaturized Death Star tech. I love that that was actually a thing. That they found a way to miniaturize the tech at a massive loss for power, but still had it be really useful to blow a hole in forts and shit. That is awesome. That is fucking great. Oh. That's my attempt at writing bombardment in the dark. Next is tying hey. Something husk. I don't remember. It literally says that, as far as I can tell, Toying. Like I said, in the dark. I'm sure I was trying to spell something. It was something involving Husk, though I honestly can't remember. Early part of the movie, yeah. I don't know, maybe it'll come back to me. Oh! Fucking with Husk. Now I remember. I don't remember what it said exactly, but I really, really love the scene where Poe was fucking with Husk. That was amazing. Toying with Husk. That's what I wrote. It was great. That was a great distraction. I thought he was going to be ramming something, so I was wrong. Instead, they were taking out all the guns on the destroyer, or whatever it was called, I forget, and then bringing in the bombs. I really like that. I really like that he brought in the bombers. I thought the lady in the last bomber was going to suicide herself. And when she clicked the button, it would involve dropping her down with the bombs or something like that. I was wrong. Which reminds me, how can she breathe when there's a fucking hole in the bottom of her fucking ship? How are things falling? Are they... Science no good. Science, nah. Seriously, someone explain to me how that works scientifically. I'd love to know. Not just the whole thing, but why did the bomb drop when they go when they leave? They're in space. I understand they keep some of their propulsion, but wouldn't it be better to, I don't know, have something with propulsion on it to make sure it actually, I don't know. Maybe. I like Luke's uncovered hand. Which, I'm just gonna say this here. This movie is not Empire mixed with Jedi. It's not. There are things that call back to them, but much like The Force Awakens, even more so than The Force Awakens, you'd have to be a complete idiot to think this is just a rehash of those two movies. So, you know, a fanboy. Yeah, I'm kind of bitter about all the hate 7 got, because 7 was a really good movie in my opinion, and it wasn't perfect. Anyways, let's go on. Luke, I love that Luke's uncovered hand, the way it looked. That was just such a nice touch. Where the fuck did it go in the end, by the way? I know the rest of him faded out, but where the fuck did his hand go? Are you telling me he took that with him into the Force? And, yeah, I'm gonna get to that later. I don't have any notes on that, but I remember it well enough, because this time I'm doing it right afterwards. Okay. I love the way he taught. Don't worry. I have lots of notes, but I take less as the movie goes on. But I felt the beginning at least deserved the most notes. Just gets handed the lightsaber back, looks it over, and then tosses it. I fucking loved that. I fucking loved it. It was great. I especially loved that moment a bit later, where Chewie knocks his door down. I'm like, yeah, Chewie ain't taking any of that shit, old man. It was great. Oh, and now one of my favorite bits. Everything to do with Snoke. Alright, first of all, that fucking robe. Every other goddamn Sith Lord, it's black, 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 black. Snoke? Blinged out gold robe. I don't care if it wasn't actual gold, it looked it, and that's all that matters for style in this case, because, wow, you don't see the dark side dressed like that often, or ever, and it's fantastic. I love it. Like, I'm just reimagining Darth Vader, Sidious, all the old, even Legend one, just swapping out their color scheme for blinged out gold. I love it. Second, oh hey! It's all those complaints about the last movie. Seriously. When Snoke chewed out Kylo Ren for getting his ass kicked, it was basically word for word with some of the complaints I heard about the last movie. But as many people noted, Kylo Ren got shot by a goddamn fucking Chewie's crossbow. We already saw how good that is. He just killed his dad, and as noted, he was kind of conflicted about that. He was in a lot of pain, and as established, Rey and him had at least some level of connection, even if Snoke took advantage in that. And Rey is basically a prodigy in the Force, but not to, say, Mary Sue levels. She didn't get much training from Luke, but, well, to be fair, most of the stuff she's using is probably the simpler edge of it. As long as you know what you're doing, and she had a lot of easy ways to find out, like, say, pulling some of the knowledge from Rey's own mind. Rey's own mind, just outright instincts. And they're Jedi. Instinct is kind of what they do. As well as Sith. Their instinct is what they do. And at least some training with Luke. But, point is, in universe, Kylo Ren losing to her kind of means he's not a fucking badass. The entire point of Kylo Ren in the last movie was that he was a pathetic Darth Vader wannabe. This movie was about him becoming more than that. not limiting himself to being a Darth Vader, because that's his driving motivation. He wanted to be Darth Vader 2.0. Now he wants to be Kylo Ren. Darth whatever. And I'll give him points for that, because, you know what? He's not trying to be Darth Vader anymore. Before, that was the entire point of his character. He was a Darth Vader wannabe who didn't live up to his grandfather's shadow. Right, okay. Blue milk. I did not need to find out what the source of blue milk is. Ew. I mean, it finally answers the question for why it's blue. Somewhat. But, ew. That new tracking tech. I like it. Because, from what I understand, one of the most common things in Star Wars, throughout Star Wars, even in Legends, is that hyperspace tech is one of the keys to actually getting away from any situation. Once you go hyperspace, they can't follow you. They might be able to figure out where you're going, and then go there, but they can't actually follow you. But now they can. And oh my fucking god, that is dangerous. Like, that's not, Starkiller Base dangerous, but I'd say that's almost as dangerous tech as the Death Star, just because it means you can't have any heroic escapes anymore, or villainous escapes. Suddenly, you can't run. Not while they can see you. If they see you jump out, they can follow you. And just, wow. Leia's fake out death. I'm like, Leia's death. Saw it coming a mile away. Notes. The Force is bullshit. At that point, I must have run out of ink because all I got was shit. Was hit. Force hit. But yeah, I'm like, I didn't think she'd be in this movie long, even if she was in it. And yes, technically she wasn't in the movie long, because she was only in the beginning and the end. But holy shit. Well, beginning-ish. But holy shit, I was not expecting that. For her to use the Force. I love that. I love the idea that Leia was skilled enough in the Force to use it to survive. Which just saddens me in the fact that she was definitely gonna be in the next movie, and now she can't. Theoretically, you could recast her, but I don't think that would work out too well. And considering how heavily criticized the cameo, the tech used to get Tarkin and the Leia cameo in Rogue One was, I don't think that's an option. Which makes another reason, a big reason I'm sad by the loss of Luke, because that's basically the end of the connections to the original series. Well, no, it's not, but the end of the characters from the original trilogy. With the exception of course, C-3PO and R2, but they're not around as much anymore. And oh god, don't kill those two off, please. No, I appear to be curing up. Probably because I'm talking about the death of a real person, as well as the characters. Ugh. Admiral Holt's speech. I don't think it was very good. She's a decent enough actress. Her speech, she was talking to the camera, but there was no camera she was talking to. She was looking right at the camera, and no, that won't, no. I'm sorry, I just didn't think that scene was very well done. Also, I thought she was a traitor. Something Poe apparently agreed with me about later. Finn, and then there was a point when Finn went rogue. Was going rogue to find, Rey. I thought that was pretty good, but I think my favorite part was, and then Rose showed up, or as I called her initially, a Finn girl. Yeah, fan girl, but it was a dumb pun, but I love it. I made that joke there. I love it, and she was great. I loved her throughout all this, and I'm so happy she's alive. I didn't cry when I thought she was dead, but she was a great character. I wanted to see more of her. I wanted to get attached to her more. I'll get to that part when I get there. The bar lady from the last movie, fucking awesome. I was immediately laughing when she showed up on screen. She was great. And then there was that link Kylo and Rey had between the Force. I really liked that. Even if it gave me a lot of bad feelings about the way the plot was going, which I'm glad the plot played space. I was gonna say space chicken soup, but that's not proper. It swerved around for me. I'm like, I think I'm seeing it. Wait, no, it's going that way. No, it's that way. It's zigzag. The plot zigzag. I thought it was going. Well, I was like, oh god, don't let it go that way. It's going that way. Wait, no, it's going. No, wait. Oh god. And in regards to Kylo Ren's redemption and what happened to make him Kylo Ren. I was not entirely happy with Rey not telling Luke about the Force Link, but I'm glad she didn't because of what we got. Because I really liked what we got, and I will get to there. Then there was, crotchety Luke. I really enjoyed crotchety Luke. Partly because it's tinged by Mark Hamill's Mark Hamillness. You know, the Joker, Fire Lord Ozai, the Trickster, and the Flash. Older Mark Hamill was great in this, and I loved it. It was hilarious. And then there was that dark side pawn thing. Whatever the hell was going on with that? I mean, was it like the cave back on Dagobah? I can't help but felt that was like a false reflection of that cave. Because remember, that cave showed Luke, who his connection was Vader. But here, it gave her nothing. Which, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to the reveal about Rey's parentage. Anyways. I was surprised somewhat by Luke closing into the Force like that. Not even Yoda did. It certainly explains how you could say he didn't like that. If he shut down his connection to the Force so thoroughly that no one could find him, that he's basically dead to the Force, yeah, that would do it. Yoda didn't even do that. But Yoda also wasn't clearly afraid of the Force and his Jedi-ness and himself and full self-loathing and all that. Yeah, Luke had a lot of problems in his later years, which we'll get to. Yeah, I have no idea what this is. Let's see. Something sealed. Okay. I can't make heads or tails of what I've read here except the bottom part. Luke opening himself up to the Force. Oh! I remember some of it. War profiteering. I like... I like that little touch of thing. That's something that I honestly didn't think about, but it makes perfect sense to happen in this universe, more than anything. And would explain how the war was even going on for long as it did before that. People were playing both sides. No, seriously, this thing is throwing me. It's Force something something, yeah. Please, no. Oh, now I remember what this is. Please, no misunderstanding. When Luke talked about what happened with Kylo Ren the first time, I was like, oh, please don't let there be a misunderstanding. And as we know, there was. Twofold. Luke went to didn't go there to confront Kylo. He went there to, well, kill him. But he hesitated and decided against it. But by the time he did, he'd already had his lightsaber out and raised in Kylo's direction. Which, when he woke up, well, little Ben didn't take that so well. He was terrified for his life. Luke fucked up, and pretty much entirely his fault. But thankfully, it didn't go where I thought it would there, with Kylo not having actually done any of the other things. But no, and his fear, that moment where Kylo lost himself, he went on a rampage and killed people. Well, they tried to stop him. It was probably just a moment of his losing his mind to the dark side because of what Luke did. It was Luke's fault, but Kylo still had some blame. Next there is something Tim something. I'll skip that. The casino escape scene. I love that. I loved it. I love everything about the casino escape. It was great. It was hilarious. From the dirty thieves all the way down to the stampede. I really like that moment where Luke opened himself up to the Force for the first time in forever. And it was a powerful moment. I'll say that much. Oh. I think I remember some of what I put up there, though clearly it wasn't, it didn't stay accurate. Kylo shirtless. And I'm like, oh, hello, shipping fan service. Shipping teas and fan service. All rolled up in one. I'm like, god damn it. Because I was still convinced we were going to have Kylo's redemption. I'm like, ugh. Because that's the biggest thing I feared about making Kylo Ren a pretty boy. It's that we would be going the redemption route. Oh, it's not so bad or everything. Nope. He had a chance at not being so bad. And he shat on it. But I'll get there. I'll get there. I think I already covered the dark vision that reminded me a lot of the cave on Dagobah. That Rey had. That ultimately showed nothing. Showed her nothing, but still did. Okay. I didn't write anything about this down, but I remember it. The confrontation between Rey and Luke. I already covered it. Luke had basically shut down his connection to the Force almost entirely for a long time there. He was terrified about himself, of what he fucked up doing. And so much more, that him losing the Rey makes sense. Because as we later see, he is, once he's back even remotely in the shape, he's a badass. Well, technically in shape, but... This was basically Luke who had given up on everything. He blamed the Jedi for everything that went wrong in the galaxy as much as the Sith. He was tired. He'd given up. I already said that. He was very blatantly depressed. Hated himself. And once again, he hadn't really actively used the Force in for fucking ever. He clearly knew what he was teaching. And then there's a hesitation. He could have ripped that out of her hand and used it on him, but in that moment, he was just a scared old man. A broken, scared, bitter old man. Just want to be left alone to die. It wasn't Mayor Rey Sue. It was just a driven young woman versus a broken, bitter old man. Of course, one who had fallen to the dark side. One that was still firmly on the light side, but still was a broken, bitter old man. There's not much he could have done at that moment. As we later saw, he recovered and did a lot better, but that was his that was Luke's greatest moment of weakness. Well, maybe second greatest, but with the whole Kylo Ren fuck up, but... Yoda. That fucking Muppet-ass troll, Yoda. That was fantastic. I fucking loved it. Everything about it. Yoda shows up again. Han messes with Luke again. Luke goes up to burns it. Bitches out. And then Yoda goes, just says, hey, you wanna burn it? Alright. Boom! Lightning strike. sets on fire, explodes. There, now it's destroyed. And then he proceeded to scold old man Luke that, no, none of the books and temple weren't really that important. They were important in history, but ultimately, destroying them wouldn't destroy the Jedi. Losing those teachings wouldn't destroy the Jedi, because, well, as noted by, Yoda. Oh, did you read it? I don't remember his exact words, but it's basically that. Well, I skimmed a few. Not exactly a page turner, it is. And I'm like, son of a bitch. Everything about that scene was great. That was Yoda back in the days of Dagobah, as we saw him on Dagobah. The old, cranky, kind of a dick, troll Muppet. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I liked Yoda in the Clone Wars era, but that was amazing. That was fantastic. I loved every single moment of that. Oh, I was laughing so hard, it was great. Now, let's see. There was something, I love the something reveal. I'm not sure what I'm referring to there. But I loved the way, I'm just gonna get to it. I loved the way Kylo's turning was handled. It made me think we were going for a redemption story, which I would have hated. I mean, I'm not against redemption stories, just you need characters who actually were emotionally invested enough to want to be redeemed. And no one wanted Kylo redeemed. Partly because it was led to shitty romance stories. But oh no! It didn't. He had a chance at life. But he went where I desperately hoped he would. He killed Snoke. And can I just say, I love Snoke's style. Before we get that, I love the Snoke style. Aside from the blinged out robe, there is his casual bitch slapping of pretty much everybody. From Hutt, Kylo Ren with that lightning blast at his feet sitting him flying. And the absolute best is when he casually ripped the information out of Rey's mind without her even able to do anything. And then when she reached out to try to grab the lightsaber to use it, he moves it and literally bitch slapped her with it. It was amazing! Oh, that was brilliant. I loved it. And I also loved it when Kylo stabbed him. They had their badass team-up moment before Kylo revealed that ultimately Snoke was right. He might have killed his true enemy and achieved his destiny, but only in the way someone who practices something based on the rule of two could. Kylo Ren killed his master and became the master, which is how the rule of two works. The apprentice learns from the apprentice until they can kill the master, and then they become the master. It's not a very well thought out transitionary method, but hey, it's how the Sith have operated since that idiot Bane So, technically, for Bane, his successor, and I think one or two others, it actually worked. Because they didn't, they waited until they had actually finished teaching everything they knew to their student before they had their battle to the death. But I loved everything about that. The way that fight went, the way Snoke was killed, and then oh my god, that scene, the struggle for the lightsaber. Just when the woman from the ship turns from the main rebel ship, turns around, and fucking rams them at hyperspeed! Holy fucking shit, that was amazing. I wasn't even expecting the hyperspeed. I wrote ramming speed, and I had no idea how true that statement would become. Oh my god, that was amazing. The lightsaber exploding as they were pulling apart, her shearing through their fleet, and the admittedly rather badass ship that they ruled from. I already talked about how I love the mini Death Star that they used to blow open the doors of the base that the rebels split into. Oh, which reminds me, Phasma. I'm so glad she came back and had a couple scenes to be badass, and I really love that Finn took her out while wielding the weapon of TR-8er. Which is, the clone trooper who goes, not clone, the stormtrooper who goes, traitor! In the last movie. That was amazing and I loved it. That was great. I love that we had Phasma back. Pretty sure I wrote Hello Silver somewhere on here at some point, but I can't find it. That's not my notes, but I can talk about the rest of it from memory. Actually, hold on. Apparently no, I just skipped a page. I don't know, it was hard to see. I got mixed up a lot. I was trying to eat my popcorn, okay? I mean, this thing is big and I had one free refill. I ran out of drink. 2/3 of the way in. No. Then I'll cover the rest after I get that. First of all, I mean, I could actually remember this that I was going to talk about, but I'll make it go. When Finn was going to ram the mini Death Star, I was like, oh god, no. Oh god, no. No, don't sacrifice yourself, Finn. But before I could write anything down, just as I was about to write something down, Rose rammed him out of my way, like, thank you, Rose! Please don't die. Literally, thank you, Rose, don't die. And then she turned out to be alive, and I'm like, yay! So she kissed him, and I'm like, aw. And then she's like, oh god damn it, she's dead. And then, no, she's alive at the end. I'm like, I don't remember, he stopped toying with me. And then, of course, Luke suddenly shows up, and I quote, the hell did he get there? And so I actually said that out loud, and I got, good question. I probably should have been more quiet, but to be fair, I did try to sit out a less popular spot, but I did try to keep it quiet, but I was talking to someone who's not the greatest memory, and I constantly had to ask, yes, that's Han and Leia's son. The reason Han isn't around because he died in the last movie. Blah blah. That's Leia. Blah 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 blah. No, that's Rey, the main character of the last movie. We went to see it together, but it was like 2 years, and he had a stroke 2 years ago, so he's not probably not this game, but still. Still, I was like, the hell did he get there? And for a moment, I thought of putting something down about, wait, the force projection? My biggest reason for thinking that was the whole laser fire scene, which was great. I especially the firing all the guns at him, and then Husk telling them to stop and turning to his new Supreme Leader, which, oh, I skipped over that. I'm sorry. The Supreme Leader. Who are you think you command my armies? The Supreme Leader is dead! The Supreme Leader is dead. Long live the Supreme Leader! Yeah, I think he got Kylo Ren's point there. Rather well. But yeah. In that scene where they're shooting up Luke, I was like, that has to be. He was a projection, by the way. Theater goes, Luke. Theater goes fucking wild. That was great. The theater just lost it when Luke just casually brushed off his shoulder like that. On a side note, when Luke dropped his cloak and revealed the clothes underneath he was wearing, my mind immediately went to at that a parody edit you can do, where just as he's shucking it off, the song "Back in Black" starts playing, because the last time he showed up on screen in the original trilogy, he was wearing black. And I'm like, God damn it. Rain, why? Why do you do that? This is a great moment. Why are you ruining it with admittedly great metal? Well, not metal, rock. Did I mention this movie has fucking great lines in it? So much good banter. I love it. Alright, follow me. Everybody turns Leia. What are you looking at me for? Follow him! But, yeah. But I dismissed it when he basically called Kylo Ren out, and they fought. Which, again, great moment. Don't let him get to you! Focus on the actual goal. It's clear Kylo Ren has finally picked up at least some of Snoke's style. Mouth off of me, bitch! Casual bitch slap. Love that. I just love when the Sith Lords are basically just casually waving around their dark power and basically bitch slap the person questioning them. It's great. Force chokes are good and all, but sometimes there's just something funny about the guy being slammed into the ground and dragged off over to the side. That's great. But yeah, we had that moment. I swear to God, I thought Luke was going to quote Obi-Wan. But no, he said something else. Strike me down in anger, and I will be with you forever, just like him. Kylo Ren charged, screaming, swings lightsaber, and I'm like, the hell? And I was like, Jedi. I'm like, I know he's a Jedi, like, oh, it's projection. I love that. Turns out it was projection. We cut back to him passing out from the effort. I'm like, oh, don't let it kill him. And it did kill him, like I feared. But at least he died in a better way than I thought he would. Which would have been passive. Like that. Just. Instead, he faded away in a way similar to Obi-Wan. Which, again, where the fuck did his hand go? Did it go to the Force too? Did that happen? But, yeah. He did all that to buy the rebels time to escape, and I love that. They followed the crystal foxes, which I mentioned I really love what they did with the animals in this movie. Especially the horse replacements. Those things were adorable looking. They're like big puppies. Giant couples. Giant diggles. I love them. I want one. Anyways, back. So the remnants of the rebels escape, having dealt a shit ton of serious blows to the First Order. I finally hear fucking Poe's name right and remember it. We have that moment where they all realize Luke is dead. They escape. I really like the cinematography of that shot where Rey is looking at Ben, at Kylo Ren, at Darth whatever he's gonna call himself, and then shuts the door. And you can tell the moment that door shut, their connection severed. That was great. I love the look of that. So, yeah. There are probably some flaws I didn't see during my first viewing. I probably would have saw them. But a lot of things I would have complained about were disguises for things I love. Like, you know, Kylo Ren's fake out redemption. Oh thank God it's not actually happening shit between Kylo Ren and her. Which by the reminds me, when that happened and he said I'd rather not happen, a part of me couldn't help but go, oh God, is he on the toilet? And now I kind of just want to know what would have happened had he actually been on the toilet. Just them trying to have this serious conversation while one of them is taking a shit. And they can see them taking a shit. And they can't turn around or anything because they're, wherever they look, taking a shit. Oh, that's great. That's so stupid, but it popped in my mind when it happened. Really, the only confusing thing is, well, the person I was with thinks the kid from the end of the movie is going to be a porn. Because at the end, as the rebels finally escape, you see a shot of some kids talking about the story of Luke. Some kids we saw earlier in the movie. One of them gets chased out. I briefly think one of them reaches out his hand and pulls the broom to him, but no, he just grabbed the broom. Does some sweeping, looks up in the sky, sees the rebel ship streak across the sky. His hand maneuvers, and you see the rebel insignia on the ring he's wearing. Cut. My dad, the guy I was with, family tradition. We go every Star Wars film together since the prequels started. later. But, it was a really enjoyable movie, because we saw a lot of things. We saw Rey begin to come to her own as a potential Jedi. The start of a new Jedi Order, completely severed from the old. We saw Ren. No. Look, man, it's 10. I usually go to sleep by now. So. My past views might say otherwise, but I've got a new sleeping schedule to help me with that. So. Yeah, staying up for this really isn't that much of a bother, though. After I'm done, I'll head off. Well, finish my popcorn first, and I'll honestly, this time is not really that important. Just as long as I sleep a solid amount of time. But I'm going off topic. Point is, I really enjoyed the movie. I can't see any flaws at the moment, but you give me a few days, I might think of something. Because all the even the flaws other people said in the last movie aren't really there. Or the flaws aren't really there, or the closest we are is having what people complain about acknowledged as being a thing, and then giving the reasons for why. Mainly, Kylo Ren getting his ass kicked by a novice with a shit show on his part, but it was explicitly supposed to be a shit show. Kylo Ren was always before this a Darth Vader moment. Well, now he's not. Now he's Kylo Ren. Just Kylo Ren. He's not trying to be Darth Vader anymore. He's not trying to be the next Darth Vader. He's trying to be his own Sith. And goddammit, I can at least respect that out of character, and I enjoy that. He's come to his own as a villain. Will everyone agree with me? No. Do I think he's as good a villain as Darth Vader? God, no. Darth Vader is goddamn fucking Vader. Kylo Ren is still a pretty boy. A dark pretty boy, but a pretty boy. But I think he's a decent villain, at least. And I think the next movie could have him better. Because, to be fair, if that had actually been Luke there, him telling them to blow Luke up with all the fucking guns, actually a smart move. Admittedly, if Luke was even half the capability of his father, and was actually there, that might not have worked. Seriously, check out some of the Darth Vader comics by Disney. Fucking badass shit that he does. Like, holy shit. But, yeah. It's been almost an hour. I've, basically talked my throat a little floor here. Probably my longest video in a long time. I don't really have much to say outside of my recap of the movie. I loved so much of it. And if I didn't mention something, it's either because I messed up the note, didn't put anything down, or I didn't think much of it either way. Like I said, there were some things that I thought I was going to complain about that I didn't. The only thing I'd say is, I wonder how they're going to handle Carrie Fisher's death with the next movie. Because she was clearly going to be important. Otherwise, they might not have killed Luke off in this one. Maybe they would have. Who knows? I'm sorry. If you enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And maybe even check out my gaming channel and my other reaction content on this channel. This is HighPriest signing out, and I will see you all next time, folks.